Am I the asshole for ending my marriage after I realized my husband had already checked out? I'm a 30-year-old woman, and I've been married to my husband, Ethan, for 5 years. We don't have children yet, but for the past year, we've been actively talking about it. Not vaguely, seriously. Timelines, savings, names, everything. I thought we were aligned. Looking back now, I realized I was the only one actually present. Ethan didn't change overnight. That's the scary part. He was still kind, still reliable, still showed up to family events and kissed me goodbye every morning. But something about him felt distant. Not cold, just absent. Whenever I talked about the future, he agreed too easily. No questions, no excitement, just calm acceptance. I told myself that was maturity. Then one evening while cleaning out our spare room, I found a notebook tucked inside an old box. It wasn't hidden. It was just there. Plain cover, no lock, no secrecy. I wish I had put it back. The notebook wasn't a diary. It was a list. Dates, bullet points, observations. Things like, arguments feel repetitive. Not unhappy, but not fulfilled. Staying feels easier than leaving. Page after page of quiet resignation. Halfway through, the entries shifted. They became plans. Notes about how long someone should try before admitting a marriage isn't working. Thoughts on whether having a child strengthens a relationship or just delays the inevitable. Calculations about finances, if things end in 2 to 3 years. There was even a sentence that made my hands shake. If we have a kid, at least it won't feel like I wasted my time. I sat on the floor and cried. When I confronted him that night, he didn't yell. He didn't deny it. He just looked tired. He said the notebook was a way to process his thoughts. He said he never meant for me to see it. He said writing things down didn't mean he was done. So I asked him the question that mattered most. Did you plan to tell me you felt this way before we had a child? He paused, then said, I didn't want to hurt you unless I was sure. That answer broke something in me, because while he was deciding whether I was enough, I was trusting him with my body, my future, and the idea of bringing a child into our marriage. He asked me not to overreact. He reminded me that he never cheated, that he came home every night, that he still loved me in his own way. But love without honesty isn't safety, it's control. I asked him to leave for a few days so I could think. That's when the pressure started. His parents told me I was misinterpreting private thoughts. Friends said all marriages go through phases. Even my sister asked if I was being too harsh by treating words like actions. But here's what none of them seemed to understand. This wasn't about thoughts. It was about consent. He was making long-term decisions that directly involved me and the potential child without giving me the truth I needed to choose for myself. I realized something painful but clear. He wasn't staying because he chose me. He was staying because leaving was inconvenient. So I told him I wanted a divorce. Now I'm being called impulsive, dramatic, unwilling to fight for my marriage. Ethan says I threw everything away over a notebook that was never meant to define our future. But I keep thinking, if I hadn't found it, I would have built a life on a foundation he had already emotionally abandoned. So now I'm asking strangers for honesty because the people around me are too invested to be objective. Am I the asshole for ending my marriage after realizing my husband had already checked out, even if he never technically did anything wrong?